the contents of every one of these signs that were found in this hallway here were taken directly out of screenshots I took while I was on the Seven Saints. So any errors and stuff that was found in the signs in this portion, if they were in the screenshot as is, that's how they ended up on the signs. So this one here, people kept trying to get us to spam chat with stuff, trying to get us banned. And yeah, we were that bad from the start. This sign actually went along with the one that was here that was destroyed. I'll just leave that to your imagination. This one here is direct from Lex complaining every time he had to get up at 5 in the morning because of us. It actually got that bad. This one up here was a common thing in chat. People just wanted me banned. All the stuff I did to him on there, I did without breaking a single server rule. And they still wanted me gone. They thought I was hacking, and they just wanted me gone. It got to the point where they were buying ranks to get the /fly so they could get further away in an attempt to hide from me. So I was making the server money for a short time. This one here is actually a ban message from his Demon's very first ban, and is not related to the shot night. This occurred before the shot night. When he got banned for the first time, that was his original ban length. And then Demon being Demon, while still in Discord, started relaying messages to Scrub stating that he wanted to see how long he could get banned for. So this was one of the messages Scrub had relayed to Lex. And for a short while, his ban was actually up to 2 months. And it went on for so long that Lex started suspecting that Demon was high or drunk off of something. And when it got to the point where he thought he was, he changed the ban message to read this instead of Banhammer has spoken. And then he reduced the ban from the full length back to the original 1 day, 12 hours. So off to the base here. Alright. Take one of my potions here so I don't drown. This thing actually took like 3 shulkers worth of night vision and water breathing potions to build in about 4 or 5 days. Because you have drown, you got dolphins that mess with your movement. These things were an issue, the original ones, trying to place the blocks. Would always hang on the sides of these, and that was just a pain. I knocked them all out, and there was actually so much kelp up here, it actually kicked me from the server for a short time until they despawned. This was our original courtyard. There was actually a device here you see in the dried version of this. Our head wall was here, and yes, this was Demon's place. He had a couple of beds in there. I didn't put them in because, well, they're not waterloggable. Our war room was down here. You had chair stairs on the server so you could sit here at this table. It was intended to be used, but ended up never being used. And that guy just learned what thorns was. Just go through him. Our primary storage room was here. The enchanting room that he showed is over here. But what he didn't show was the primary storage room. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The animal pen's over here. The netherwort farm was here. It's what pushed him up here when he was going through. And yes, this was a chicken fryer. The chickens were up in this room. They would lay their eggs. There were hoppers under here. It would take them down below. They would automatically cook when they grew up, and we had no shortage of food at all. And that guy just learned what thorns is. In this recreation, none of the redstone's here. Too expensive. Not for something I'm never going to use. Squirps had a small hut here with just a bed. My build that was over here did not exist when we had this base. It was built after this base. So I pretty much based out of just the storage room until the first band. That's when I branched off and started building the base out of recycled materials. So let's get a look at what it used to look like. And when I pop over there, you're going to see a hump over here I opted not to include. And that's just because there was a hill over here that doesn't exist here. So I didn't think that little hump mattered. And this is the original base. Like I said, this wall had a section up here that I opted not to build. There's the chicken farm, tree farm, animal pens with the animals still in them. Chicken fryer, yep, it's still got the chickens. Forever entombed in this world save, never to lay an egg again. The things on the wall here actually had player heads on them. Forget whose was there. Here's the storage room in its original state. The enchanting room. Demon's place with his beds. Here's the war room. Scrub's place. Nothing special there. And our head wall. The build he was talking about that was over here. This house actually belonged to the group of people that was trying to get us banned for spam. They came over here, built here, tried to get up on our front porch. But here actually shows two different times. Because when I used World Downloader to get the base here, the chunks would stop right here. And I think I downloaded something over there and it saved half of my base that was built later on. The stone wall you see over here actually belonged to Epic Crusher. This was his original spot. When Demon got banned and his 14-day limit on the time ran out, Epic Crusher then ripped this down, came over here, ripped everything down except for this house, and built his own base. And this here shows people. Let's see here, there's 2 people, 3 people. Right here's a 4th one, all trying to get inside our base because they couldn't build beyond this point because of grief prevention. And one last thing. This was our nether portal room, not our mine. I left out the mine because I didn't think it was important because I was going to be planting the seagrass and the kelp. This was the original mine. This pretty much goes down to the bedrock and the whole way out to sea. And that is actually pretty much on how this place looked in its original state. And just in case he still watches, Epic Crusher's spawn house is still in this chest.